Welcome to the Marine Reference Guide online interactive map video tutorial, where I'm going to give a brief overview of how to access the data layers that are embedded within this map, how to add additional layers, and also walk through how to use some of the different features and buttons in the map. So first things first, you can access the map at our website, howesoundguide.ca, under Resources, Decision Support Tools. Once you scroll down to the map, there is a short disclaimer. Click OK after reading it through. Now you're within our map. I like to work within the full screen, so you can expand the screen with the widget at the bottom right. To exit full screen, you can click it again, or click Escape on your keyboard. The homepage for the map is relatively simple, with only a few of the data layers automatically turned on. You can navigate it like you would any old Google map, where you have the zoom in and zoom out buttons, or you could use your cursor to zoom in and pan around. The Home button here returns you to the original orientation and scale of the map. The Find My Location button only works if you have your location sharing settings on, but it will position the map to your location. And the compass widget will reset the map orientation to north. As you zoom in and out, different layers will automatically turn off and on depending on the scale. You will notice Squamish place names were available as we zoom in. You can access the currently loaded layers under Map Layers up here in the upper right-hand side. Make sure to expand the widget. When you click this, you see many drop-down menus that contain sub-layers. I'll click on a few of them, starting with ecology. If we go into fish, we can go to our annual herring data from the spawn surveys done every year. We can click some of these points to add them to the map. Now, we're not seeing anything yet, so a helpful tool is in the three buttons here, or three dots here, we can select the Zoom To option. This saves you a lot of time panning around trying to find the features that you've added to your map. We can also go into Restoration and add some eelgrass restoration sites. Again, for ease, I like to select Zoom To reduce the time looking for these new data layers. It may take a moment for the map to load these new data layers. To add other data layers available through the MRG and ArcGIS Online, you can select the Add Data widget in the top right. When you click this button, the Click to Add Data option appears. When you click this, you can search for specific datasets within ArcGIS Online, or use our pre-made categories to narrow down your search. Let's go into Fish and look for salmon-bearing streams. We can look through the available layers under Fish and find the layer we're looking for, salmon spawning streams and rivers. You can click one or more layers at a time and then select Done. It will automatically add to the map, sometimes taking a moment to load. If we're curious about mammals, we can go into our Mammals category and look for data on cetacean sightings. Again, we select it and click Done, and the data will be added to the map. One of the really great features of this map is you can see how different data layers interact and overlap in space. So we already have some ecology layers on. Let's add some human layers as well. We're going to go back to our Map Layers widget. You can see here the data that we've added from the Add Data widget now appears on our map layers. Let's go down to human use. We see a lot of recreation in Howe Sound, so let's choose scuba dive sites. And we also have quite a bit of mining and industrial activity in the Sound, so let's add cargo routes as well. We can see the dive sites added and the cargo routes here by their white lines. We can also go to Analysis and add something from Conservation and Climate Change. Let's add sea level rise sensitivity. Once I zoom back out, you can see where everything interacts. And if you're looking at the map and you forget which symbols represent which data, you can go to the Legend widget right beside Map Layers. And it will pop up with the layers and all of their symbology. You can see here the layers that we've added and the layers that were already embedded with their unique symbology. All of these data come from different owners and curators, and you can learn more about those sources and about the data layers by clicking on the data in the actual map and looking at the metadata pop-up. Sometimes more than one item will appear, and you'll see this 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 6, and you can just click through to find the item that you're looking for. So you can see here in the metadata panel, we have information about the layer, the data publication, when it was last updated, the data source, a short description, as well as links to the metadata and more information about the layer or the programs that run them. In addition to the preloaded and searchable layers in the Add Data widget that we've already explored, you can add your own data using the same steps as before. Using the Add Data widget and the plus sign or the Click to Add Data button that is there when you don't have layers already added, you can upload data using a URL web service or by uploading files such as shapefiles, CSVs, GeoJSONs, GPX, or map files like KMLs. So I've shown the spatial data, but there's a lot of information about the sound that has been gathered through research or through environmental assessments that is available in report form. That is why you see these little PDF icons in the map. There are 7 total, 6 for the different marine units that we have divided up in blue, and 1 additional for any reports that apply to the whole region. If you click the PDF icon, you will see in the pop-up panel information and links on the boundaries, ecology, human use, and physical systems of the area. Now you can follow these individual links, or you can download the Excel table from the link at the top. The Excel table has a list of different reports and links for information on each marine unit that you can explore. It can be a bit overwhelming to look at, but if you're super keen on diving into the data, it's a very useful resource. We also have information on how we put those reports together. The marine report units are still under development, and these will exist to describe the different data layers and values that exist within these marine units. So this information is available in both PDF version as well as a story map if you're wanting to interact with it in a more spatially or visually interesting way. And this allows us to dive into more stories and reports of work done in these individual marine units. Now, if you'd like to share any maps that you've made in the MRG with layers of interest, you can select the Share widget. And with this, you can share a short link to your contacts or choose one of the embedded apps, such as a QR code, Facebook, or LinkedIn. And if you'd like to share the map as a physical map and not just a digital version, we also have the printing widget. This pops up with templates for the layout of your map and the option to add a title. It also gives you the opportunity to dive a little deeper and to control the map extent and scale, add a bit more information, and additional features such as a north arrow, legend, and scale bar. So that is how you operate the Marine Reference Guide within our website. We developed this map based on work that West Coast Aquatics has done on the west coast of Vancouver Island, and the Pacific Salmon Foundation has also, within the past couple of years, created a similar tool for the Strait of Georgia region. Feel free to explore these resources that are set up in a very similar and accessible way. We also have the user guide available in a PDF format. There's a link at the top of the MRG. And finally, we have also an MRG guide feedback form where you can provide feedback on the user guide and provide any suggestions you may have for improvement. I hope this was a useful tutorial. Have fun exploring the MRG.